Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a unboxing and maybe an unboxing and test, maybe not installation, but we're going to be doing an unboxing today. As you can see, you could probably guess what exactly this is. So yeah, we're going to get straight to it, we're going to do unbox. I'm extremely hungover today, we've had a Halloween party, so yeah, let's get to it. So guys, did you guess it right? Did you guess what it is? Yeah, it's a Hotpoint. Hotpoint. First looks, it's got the NSN dial, active care dial. They took that. This is the, oh, what's that? Ugh, it's ugly. This is not Hotpoint, it's ugly. I mean, at least it's not even, there's no least about this. This is like, this is wrong. I'm so, what? Why is the door still like that? Oh, I still can't believe it, guys. I actually can. What's the point in there? I mean, sure, that's nice. What? The bolts aren't in. I mean, at least they fixed the glass issue, I guess. Does this come off? But yeah, this is the new machine. But we're gonna try it. Intensive. Yeah, anyway, this is the new machine, guys. We've got these new paddles, if you can see. We've got these new paddles. It's weird. First looks, you guys can have the first looks. So we've got all our programs here. We've got cotton, synthetic, color care, which is, I was like, where's Eco then? But Eco's over here. So used to it being here. Obviously, crappy rapid, crappy forward load. I did accidentally scratch a bit, doesn't matter, does it? Machine clone, mixed, intensive, and anti-stain. I don't think I recognise that. I wonder where from. Anyway, oh, it is a bit cheap. I mean, just get that from Candy Express. You get it from anything these days, so can't really say much about that. But going inside, this is how it's come, and it's cracked somehow. So I don't know how that's happened, but obviously I can pop this still back on, like just that. But it came like this. It's wet. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know why it's like that, but okay. Okay, I think it's on. It's a bit bent, but I guess it will do. I don't think it's meant to be like that, but you know what. Here is your code. It's so weird, Hotpoint, I'm sorry, but this is dirty. Anyway, we've got these new paddles. I think I prefer these paddles over the previous ones because when Beko had the square ones, like the big chunky ones, they were just so much better. They really should have kept them, so not surprised they're back. So I do think these would be better in like the long run in terms of things. Obviously got the drum wheel that's like really thin. It does feel a bit cheap, but at the same time it's not gross, I suppose. The door is pretty big. It does feel a bit heavy, like it has got a weight to it. Not as bad as the old Samsung ones, like they were heavy to the point there'd always be scratches down here. But the door hinge is it is a bit bendy. It does bend a bit, flex. So I do think this would probably, if it's plastic, I think it will snap one day. But yeah, I mean, there's not really too much else to say apart from plugging it in next and having a look. These are all the codes and everything. It's such a shame. This is what Hotpoint is. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. But yeah, we will, I still gotta take the bottom bit off. Yeah, I don't know. We'll take this off. It'll go in the shed. It's not going in here. It's not staying in here. It doesn't deserve to be in here. Although I do say the colour does look very nice. The colour does look nice. Like, my dishwasher being there and this being here, it does look good. But we know what they act like. We know they're rubbish, so it's a shame. But yeah, we'll get it installed and plug in and have a look. I thought I'd show you guys the inside of the Beko Hotpoint. So here is the inside, the underneath, if anyone was interested to see. So obviously we've got one shock here, and then we've got two on this side, and then there's your motor if anyone wants to know what motor it uses. It looks like it's got the knocking shocks. They'll definitely be knocking after a couple years, like AG, definitely. I have taken off the door cover and I have plugged it in to try it, but we are going to move this to the shed, so let's go straight to the shed. We are in the shed now. The Hotpoint is in here. Well, the Hotpoint Beko, it's in here. It's all plumbed in. I've not tested it yet, but it is in. So I think we're gonna do a test wash. I am yet to try the Super Quick 90, Super Quick, but I will do a full cycle of that. So for now, for this video, we'll just do something else. I don't quite know what, but we'll do something else. I guess you can do that. I guess that's just stains though, isn't it? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll put some washing on and we'll get it on. Right, so we're going to do our first wash now, guys. And we're going to do a cotton 60. Maybe normal. Maybe the normal one. Obviously, it's probably going to add the time, but we'll see. It's our first wash. I've not even ran it on a rinse or anything. We're just going to go with it. And just do it. So we just got a bit of a mix load going in. I'm just shoving it in because, yeah. Just because, yeah. It's all going in. And then we're gonna put it on and close the door. So we've got Scuba Daz going in the drawer. Oh, the soap thing is in the way. The liquid thing. They're not very white anyway. And fabric softener, obviously. This one. Right. Or do we do intensive? I don't know, it's like, I don't know. Maybe we'll just do that then. They could do a good wash anyway. The whites aren't looking that great. Alright, start. We're doing that. Here we go. Hold on, the water's not on. Oh, it is. has been 40 minutes and we're still at 40 minutes left. That's not an hour wash, that's 2 hours. This is gonna be a 2-hour wash. An extra hour that it obviously needs because it's programmed so poorly. This is really not great. Okay, it's draining now. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see how it does. We'll time it. We drained. It only reached 40 degrees. So that's a great start. Now we're gonna go on to intermediate, so we'll watch that. So guys, obviously our first wash in the Hotpoint Beko has been done. So the time we started at was at 7:40 past 5 in the evening. That's when we started our wash. And it is now 19:24. In case no one wants to believe me or doesn't want to believe me, there is your time slots and stamps. So it took 44 minutes longer than it should have, yet it did one rinse, and it spent about 20 minutes fussing around trying to balance and saturate before it started heating. Let's check the results. I did see one thing, it did do a longer final spin, which was good. That is one improvement, but it really, how much they've set back themselves with this model and these models already, it doesn't make up for it. Nowhere near makes up for it. So opening it up, I mean, yeah, it spun pretty well, better than the energy spin we've had. Smells alright, but being one rinse, it was a bit soapy on the final rinse. I did put softener in, obviously, so yeah, it's not done the best job, has it? But it has spun better. Like my old one, I had the B300 Beko back in 2023, was it? The end of 2023, just 2024. That was, the spin performance was absolutely crazy on that. Now I don't know if the spin performance will be like that when I use the fast or rapid cycles. Could be, could well be, I don't know. But so far for that wash, yeah, the one rinse, it's really not a software defect. I think they're generally programmed like this. I mean, double the care, longer the wear, must be their new thing they're doing. It did seem like, comparing the energy spin model to this, the energy spin would kind of, during the energy spin phase, it would kind of carry on rotating anti-clockwise only, rather than stop, go clockwise as like an anti-tumble, anti-crease, and then go again. So I have spotted that, and the only other thing I spotted is the shocks. So they've not changed much. Beck hasn't changed much over the years. They've poured Hotpoint right down the drain. In fact, made them worse than they used to be. I mean, we all know the newer Hotpoints. They weren't the best, but the thing is they did get on with it. Even if you did a 45-minute wash, it might take maybe 5 minutes extra, but it would not take an extra hour nearly for a normal wash. So yeah, to say, wow, they really have they've not done a good job, have they? It's been, I just can't believe how much worse they've got. One, there's a weaker heater. It did not reach 60, and there wasn't a full load in there. Yes, hence the water is a bit colder this time of year. It is colder, but even so, this would reach 60, or it would get hotter than what this did. Even with it, without those extra 10 minutes between them two, and even the Hoover right here, this would, on daily, it still reaches 60 because it starts heating within like the first few minutes. The problem with this, it wasted 20 minutes at the start trying to spin wash and saturate the load, when really there's kind of, they want to do that, there's not enough time for it to even reach 60 in an hour, which is really poor. So you're not going to be getting a daily 60 anymore with one of these. The only time you'd get an actual 60 is when it's maybe this length, an hour and 50. That would definitely reach the temperature. But this, a standard, well, obviously this wasn't a full load sensi, so there was that too. But even so, that's still not good enough. That's not a good enough excuse. But yeah, obviously it drained. The intermediate for the after main wash finished at 23 minutes. The rinse icon came up and it went back to 24 minutes, tumbled until 18. When in hindsight, if you look at it, the potential, they kind of could have added a quick first rinse, and then drained, and then just skipped straight to the final rinse, because the cycle in total already took about 35 minutes longer than it should have. It took longer than it should have already. So there's no time for an extra spin after a first rinse. So they could have essentially done that, but even so, if they still did that, they still would have had to do that time increase, which it would still even be longer. But I guess there is that small potential they could have done for maximum performance, because 2 rinses is standard. But it seems like what they did is they just put a 1400 intermediate in there. I think it was 1400, just to make up for that missing rinse, if that makes sense. And the fact you don't have a single extra rinse option as well really just, yeah, it's not a great combination. So, because I've seen a lot of people saying, this is a software defect, this is a software defect. And I'm literally in the middle editing this video, checking the time, saying, yeah, but if it was, there's no space for a first rinse, there's no time. It already took longer than it should have. So if they wanted to add a first rinse, that would take even longer, essentially, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I generally think, even just with just one use, this is how they're programmed. And wow, the downfall of this machine is insane. It's absolutely insane. This is 2015, this is 2025, and wow, we have not gone much further, have we? Maybe, yes, it's not going to pour suds out the drawer compared to this one, or gash of glass, or jump, but honestly, this is just more capable. It will get on with it, it will do it. You might have a few bubbles on the floor, which has happened, but it will get on with the job, and it will heat, and it's not going to fuff? It's not going to faff. So, yeah, this Hotpoint, this new Beko made Hotpoint, I don't recommend it. I cannot recommend it. Energy Spin was low-key bad enough in its own ways. Like, I've seen a few tweaks. I almost said the wrong word. In this. So, I like the look, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, I see good, small upgrades, but it doesn't cover the whole, how it is now. So, yeah, I definitely, Hotpoint was a well-trusted brand. Yes, they had their flaws, as every brand did. Hotpoint, maybe a few too many, in terms of, you know, recalls and that. But Hotpoint, in general, their machines were programmed better than this. Much better. I had a 2024 NSM, the 9kg, basically 9kg like this, but the actual Hotpoint graphite version. And yeah, it was way better. I mean, yeah, you'd have to do maybe like an hour and a half wash to get a nice 60 wash, but if that's the worst I can say about it, like, then that's fine. At least they're honest. They didn't put in a cycle claiming they'll do 60 or do a full load in 60, whether it's on the rapid or the cotton, or even, but even so, like, if I wanted to do, if people think, oh yeah, let me do 90, or let me make it quicker, yeah, no, that's going to be a 30-degree wash. This is Aquatech all over again. Except it's going to be so much shorter, so there's going to be no clean clothes. Yeah, if you're looking at this video and you're thinking about buying one, please steer away. I have to admit, the silentness is pretty silent. It's not too bad. The build and design, it looks nice, but the drum design, we know that's awful, that's bad. Although this final spin is a bit better on these now, because it did do a longer final spin, but again, I haven't tried fast, so if you're going to use rapid, which most people do, or full load, then the spin performance might be really dreadful, as it is on the other models of these. So, yeah, if you're thinking about buying one, please don't. You could buy anything on the market, even a Logic from Curry's. A Logic from Curry's would do a better job. Or even a Hoover or Hair, you know, anything. Yeah, these, it's a thumbs down for me. After one use, I could give it like 3 out of 10 overall rating, 2 out of 5 sort of thing, you know. It's really shocking. Very shocking. My thoughts is, like, with the whole just this one cycle, how it went, they need to ditch the spin wash. We never needed it, and we don't need it now. They need to stop focusing on gimmicks. I mean, yeah, they do want their products to sell. Of course they need them to sell. Like, there's no obvious, like, reason why they wouldn't. But obviously, the way it's going, if they didn't have that spin wash, they could have started heating within the first 2-3 minutes of the start of the program. But it didn't. So, and it would have had, even if they are using, who knows what heater now, probably 1600 watts, like, even with that small heater, that weak heater, it still could have had a better chance at reaching 60. Because I mean, like, that would have been, what, 40 minutes at least, maybe, with the heater on, and you're saying that probably couldn't heat 60, when I think it probably could have. yeah, this is not good. I mean, yeah, everyone does have like their own personal opinions, everyone does, but coming from me myself on this video, I've had enough hot points to know that their original hot point was better. My whole thoughts about this whole fabric care thing as well, just quickly, it's nothing. It's literally nothing. All it does is a spin wash that most of the time fails because it can't balance the laundry and waste time. The only thing I could say that is fabric care is, I would say, these new paddles. I mean, obviously I've heard they've been ripping clothes, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I think mine seem okay. Like, I haven't had any yet, but again, first cycle, we don't know. But even so, the design being it squared and not slopey like the previous generation of paddles, I personally think those paddles were way too rough on clothes. Those slopey ones were way too rough. Whereas this is what they had back in 2015 model. This is what we used to have. We used to have square ones like that. And these were absolutely the best. I always swear by these paddles. These were the best paddles Beko have done. So it's good that they have ditched the slopey ones. Like, I mean, it is probably more caring for your clothes, because I generally do think that the newer ones that slope, like 50-50, like 50-50 bread, is too rough. They're way too rough on clothes. No, I would definitely stay away from these. You know, Bosch, Samsung, LG, I'd always recommend those now. Hair and Hoover, Candy, they're pretty decent as well nowadays. And Logic, if you really want to be cheap and you really had that budget. Any ones of those. Hotpoint, their days are over. They used to be my one and only recommended brand, especially budget-wise. But not anymore. Those days are over for me. What a shame. Oh, it's not essential. It's 2 rinses is usually essential on pretty much 90% or 99% washing machines and programs for years. It's always been at least 2 rinses nowadays. So I guess it's not... If they had an extra rinse option, then you can kind of get away with it, but there's not. More or less, again, with a machine like this model, you'd have to be doing the longer washes just to get standard performance, really. Because if cotton, this time, those extra 9 minutes didn't reach 60 either, then I can't imagine daily will. Rapid even. I can't imagine that would be reaching 60. So yeah, it was definitely something else. I mean, the fact that it was a standard cotton program, we didn't even have rapid on. This is the standard set cotton program. It's absolutely appalling. It is appalling. For a cotton program, I expect this from a rapid. If it had rapid on it, then yes, more reason for it to maybe not be as good or not heat or waste time. But I think because it is a standard cotton program, it is appalling. It's awful. That's rubbish. So I mean, I think if I had to like actually live with this machine, I feel like if I had to use a decent cycle, I'd have to go for like an anti-stain. But then even so, I'm not going to have an extra rinse. And the intermediate spins, they're not great. So even so, there's no even balancing out. There's no alternative from the cotton. So I mean, I would get a decent 60 wash, that's for sure. Even probably with the rapid on, I'd still get a proper 60 wash and good results, but I wouldn't get no extra rinse. So again, there's just no in between. This is our anti-allergy program basically, but again, it's long. But I mean, I guess you would probably get 3 rinses, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully. I mean, you should. I don't know for certain. I haven't actually looked into Beko's anti-allergy, so... But, I mean, yeah, I guess that would be the option, but not everyone's going to wait 3 hours. Me, I can get away with it because I've got more than one machine, so... And I'm not always doing washing, so it's not too bad. So I can get away with that, essentially. But for a normal user, no. No, definitely can't. And again, even this as well, this goes up to 60, and people are going to think they're going to get a 60 wash from that. You're not going to get a 60 wash. You'll be lucky if you can even get a 30 wash from that. Like, honestly, with this, oh my gosh. The older ones had a better chance because they had a better heater. But these, no, it's really bad. And the fact that you know, that's not going to reach, is it? We know that's definitely not going to reach. I really do feel for the people who think they're going to do a 90 wash, but they're not going to get 90 wash. They'll at least be getting a 30-degree wash in that rate, and the rate this is. It is absolutely terrible. They really should have just kept it set at like 2 hours. For cotton, it should be. And then if they want fast, it should be like an hour and a half. It should not be nowhere near under an hour or near an hour. Jeez. Yeah, it's really not good. The programs on this is not good. And even so, even being a cotton program, even 90 with intensive, it's still an hour and 9. That's still way too short. Way too short. Take 20 minutes off that. Is that going to reach 90? I don't think so. I really don't think so. No, it won't. So, yeah. What have we got? Mixed. If they're going to do mixed, they might as well at least let it go to 60. Because at least then you can have an hour and a half 60. That'd be cool. And also there's like, this isn't the massivest thing on this, but it's something to consider, I suppose. Machine clean, aka drum clean. But if you press spin, what if people do that thinking they're going to do a drum clean? Oh, 10 minutes, brilliant. It can clean itself in 10 minutes. That's perfect. So there's also that, I guess you could say, that could be a bit like, because, you know, I've seen people put their machine on rinse or spin, or a 14-minute, 30-minute quick wash, you know, like something really short, thinking that's going to clean. So, I mean, that's something else I would say to consider, just as something, because I know how much people really do like short washes nowadays. Don't blame them. How can you blame them? But just to think the performance you're getting with those quick washes, and not to mention what it does to a washing machine over time. So, I mean, looking back, if they were going to do that as a quick drum clean, because, I mean, yeah, it's handy to have, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it isn't. But what they could have maybe done is, maybe if someone was to set it on no spin, maybe drop the 90 to cold, so it has the little cold, so it has like the little cold icon, just to kind of maybe indicate also like in some way that it won't be doing 90. So there is that difference. They'll be like, true, like, you know, I don't know if you see my point of view. So it has like the little cold symbol like that. So I feel like that could be something they could also do. It's just like, it's the little things that matter, isn't it, though? It is the little things that matter when it comes to so many things in life. Or life in general. So, yeah. But yeah, my thoughts, if I had to think about the reviews they could get for this, like, coming from a normal not a washing machine enthusiast or a washing machine expert's point of view, from a normal person who'd buy a washing machine and just, you know, expects it to get on with it and just expects, you know, especially the first use, I can see them getting decent reviews for the looks, because it does look great. The colour's brilliant. I do like it. But if I had to say, and, well, for one as well, it's quite quiet as well. And obviously it doesn't really jump or anything like the older ones. So I can see they would get decent reviews. But what I can see they'd get bad reviews about is, one, definitely the timekeeping. Because, I mean, you put it on a cotton wash, like, oh, great, 39 minutes or an hour. And then maybe an hour or two later, and it's still got about 10 minutes left. And I think the other thing as well is not spinning the laundry, because it doesn't like to spin the laundry. It likes to leave it soaking wet. Now, I haven't had this in that yet, but I've already seen it to know it happens. So these, I can't say, I feel like I can say these can't handle a full load, because I know the previous energy spin I've been using the first generation of the Beko one, because this is Beko. I've been using that, and even the first gen of energy spin, like, that also had problems not spinning, and there'd be times when it keeps trying to spin on the final spin, but then it just skips because it can't bother to try again. It goes straight to end and it leaves it soaking wet. So, yeah, for a busy household, or you do lots of washing, you don't want to be messing about, faffing around, doing washing all the time, or having to respin it and just hoping it will actually get spinning. Yeah, it's not great. Honestly, it's not. I guess, yeah, no, there's a lot of other things on the market that are maybe around this price range of how much these are going for, especially since they've got the higher models, like the higher end models, these ones coming in soon. Yeah, there's definitely a good choice of what you could get better wise, and more fuss free for the same price of this, and in the same awesome colors pretty much. So yeah. That is the end of this video. This is the first use. I will definitely not be keeping this. Obviously I've seen videos of it and I've seen how terrible they are already, but there's a lot of mixed opinions about it online I've seen, so I thought I'd get myself one and try it out. And it turns out it's just them. It doesn't seem to be a software defect. It just seems they've completely messed it up. So yeah, it's not better than original Hotpoint. They've made them worse. I will say the design looks very nice. As like first looks, it looks great. But the performance is absolutely horrible. I think it's one of the worst performing machines I might have had. The way it just wasted so much. It wasted so much from start to beginning, to be fair. But I mean, yeah, it's not the Anyway, I'm probably gonna re-rinse all this. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the full cycles because there will definitely be full cycles of this soon. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys again soon.